Hello bookworms! Today I am here with a video about my top 5 favorite completed graphic novel series. I wanted to do a video about this because comics are so much fun to read, but one of the things that is annoying is having to wait month to month between issues, so there are a lot of people that tend to wait until they can read and trade, but even when you're doing that, there's still a big gap between the first trade and the second trade coming out, and they tend to be much quicker reads than normal books, so I thought that it would be a good idea to show you some series that are really good that you can read now, and you can read the entire thing all the way through without having to wait for anything. At number 1, I have one of my favorite series of all time, and that is Scott Pilgrim. This book is by Brian Lee O'Malley. He also does the art for it. And I only have 5 here, but there are 6 in total, and that is because the series was actually re-released in color, and it's so beautiful. You can read the entire thing in black and white, or you can read the entire thing in color, and it's just so beautiful. Oh, it's backwards too. Oh, can you see all of them? Kind of. Yes. The reason why some of them are a little bit different is because for me, I have volumes 1 and 5 as the special Evil X editions, and then the other ones with the yellow spines, which is these ones, these are the regular editions. I think I'm going to get the last one in the regular edition too, but I wouldn't be surprised if I go back in the future at some point and get all of the Evil X editions and all of the regular editions, just because, like, I just love this series, and it's like one of those ones that I'm just going to be collecting forever. The next completed graphic novel series that I have is the Runaways series. It's very hard to hold so many books at one time. This series is by Brian K. Vaughan, who writes Saga, which you may have heard of. It's really, really good. It follows a group of kids. They're like a group of teenagers, and they take it upon themselves to go out on the streets and fight some crime, and they all have different powers and different abilities. I just really love it. The first 7 of this series are actually written by Brian K. Vaughan. The last book, the 8th book, is written by Joss Whedon, and I can't even believe that I'm going to say this, but you don't really have to read it. You really just have to read the ones by Brian K. Vaughan. And yes, so if you're looking for something that's more like superhero-y, this is a great series to check out. The next series that I have is also by Brian K. Vaughan, and this is Y the Last Man. I love this series. It's about this guy named Yorick, and he is the last man on Earth. So him and his monkey, Ampersand, they like travel around, and you can just see like all the different kinds of groups that form, all of the different women that are left, and they're trying to solve the problem of, you know, like repopulating so that they don't, like, humans don't die out at some point. It's just like such a beautiful and really well written series, and the artwork is really good. There are so many shocking things that happen. So if you have not yet read Y the Last Man, I highly suggest it, because you will just read all 10 volumes in like a week. Like, you probably don't even need that much time, to be honest. The 4th series that I have here is the Lock and Key series by Joe Hill and Gabriel Rodriguez. This series is so creepy and so great. It's about this family that moves into this like haunted house. What's the name of the house again? Key House. Duh. They move into Key House, and there are all these different keys that they find there that can do different things, and they meet some ghosts, and there's just lots of creepy stuff going on. You never really know what's going to happen next, and it just had such a wonderful ending to the series, and it's only 6 volumes. It does bother me that the 4th one is white and doesn't match the rest of them, but it's so good that I can sort of get over that. If you haven't read this yet, you need to, like, immediately. Joe Hill's writing is just, like, phenomenal. Whether he's writing comics or books or anything that he writes, I will read, because he is, like, just a master of horror. And how could he not be, with his dad being Stephen King? The final series that I have here is a little bit cheating, because it's not totally complete yet, but it is like just about there. It's almost done, and honestly, by the time you finish reading this whole series, it'll probably be finished because there's just so much and I'm struggling to hold them all. And that is Fables by Bill Willingham, and it has artwork. There are a lot of various artists that work on the series, but one of the major artists is Mark Buckingham. And this is all about a group of like characters that are from fairy tales. I can't even hold this up. I'm gonna have to hold half of them. That's more manageable. So this series is about a group of characters that are all from famous fairy tales, and they are alive because people still believe in them. They have set up a like little town for themselves called Fable Town that's right outside of New York City. They refer to normal people as mundanes, and there's just so much. There's so much that happens. There's like, it pays tribute to all of their original stories, but also creates new stories for them. And it's also like just really cool to see them living in a modern world and like see how they're getting along now. One of my favorite characters who got a spin-off is Cinderella, who owns a shoe store, but she also is a spy. So that just shows you like it's the character, but there is a twist to it. And it's really, really good. Right now in my hands, I have 20 volumes. I think there's going to be, it's either 21 or 22 in total. The 21st one comes out really soon. So this is another one to check out. And those are my top 5 completed, and Fables is almost completed, graphic novel series. So if you're looking to jump into comics, these are a great place to start. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you again soon. Bye! Okay. You okay? Sure. You don't want to say anything? You just want to play phone music. They are valid pieces of literature, and you know, I know, can I start over? Okay, starting over. Welcome to this video. Why am I having trouble? There's no way that I'm going to be able to hold all these up.